Inside this case lies the very first guitar that I ever laid my hands on, or at least the first electric guitar. It's been in the family since it was new, and it's now been returned into my possession. The case is original, or at least this is the case that came with the guitar. It's not a very sturdy one, as you can see, and my decoration with a few stickers back in the 80s hardly improved the durability. So, let's have a look. And there she is. This is a Tellson, a German guitar made by a guy called Oskar Teller and his son, therefore the name Tellson. It's not quite original because I had to make some alterations to it back in the 80s. My 13 years older brother bought it back in the 60s and I laid my hand on it for the first time in the late 60s or maybe the early 70s. In the 80s I wanted to use it as I was playing in a band, but in order to do that I had to replace the whole neck because the original neck was all twisted and there were no possibilities to make any adjustments to it. I believe it was glued onto the body, so yeah, I got a new neck mounted. The original strap holders are still there, but this plate for mounting the neck onto the body is of course new. I also had a new saddle made. It's a big chunk of metal and it's firmly down into the wood, so it's resonating better with the small but nevertheless body. Most importantly, I can now adjust the intonation. This one has an original whammy mechanism, but the bar itself is long gone, which is strange since it can't just fall off. As I recall it, it was chromed, flat and quite broad, going out something like this. I made a new, much simpler one when I was in school in the early 70s, but that one has mysteriously gone missing too. Here's the controllers, treble and bass for the output, and then volume for each one of the microphones. That's all original, and so are the microphones, the pickguard and every single little screw, as well as this odd DIN contact to connect to an amplifier. Not very practical, so that's the final alteration I made. I disconnected the DIN and mounted a standard output jack back here, but I kept the original for its good looks. I haven't seen many of these in real life. None actually, but I found a post from 2022 in a forum on a page called the Gear page, and that also led me to a small YouTube video. Neither of those guitars looked exactly the same as mine though, no whammy mechanism for one thing. On my guitar the Tellson logo was on the head, and maybe I should try to recreate that, but the pictures in the forum and the video show the logo engraved here, which is not the case on my guitar. So that's my little old new friend. I haven't tried out the electronics yet, but I'm aiming to start using it again, because it's such a cool little guitar. If you have any more information about this German-made model, pictures of the whammy bar for example, or whatever, please let me know. And thanks for watching.